Welcome to Module 17, Introduction to Defending a Ball Screen. This module will introduce some different ways to defend a ball screen, including going under the screen, getting over the screen, switching, icing, hedging, and trapping. Because it's an introductory module, we will mainly focus on what each one looks like, and then look into each type in detail in their individual modules. As always, please allow us to set the stage. Let's start with going under the screen. A team will typically choose to go under screens when the ball handler is a poor shooter. This way, they can contain the drive and force jump shots from further out. Let's see what this looks like. The highlighted player has the ball. As he makes a pass to the top of the arc, we can see a ball screen coming in, and at this moment, the on-ball defender will choose to go underneath the screen, discouraging the drive, but potentially leaving space for a shot if he doesn't move quickly. Let's also notice the screener's defender who is pushing up or jamming the screener, which allows the on-ball defender to go under them both, as opposed to gapping the screener, in which the defender would drop off a few steps and allow the on-ball defender to move in between them. We will explore these concepts more in the module going under the ball screen. As we continue, we can see that he is very quick to move around it and neutralizes any immediate shooting or driving opportunity, forcing the player to continue to swing the ball around. Here are some other pieces to think about when going under the screen. Now let's look at the decision to go over the screen. A team will typically choose to fight over a screen when the ball handler is a good shooter or a good playmaker. This way, they limit the time and space the player has to make a shot or a dangerous pass. Let's see what this looks like. As the highlighted player moves up the court, we can see his teammate coming in to set a ball screen. Instead of going under it, the player will fight over it here, not allowing the ball handler any space to make a play. The screener's defender here has dropped off in a low show, a decision we will explore more in the module getting over the ball screen. While the on-ball defender could be a little bit quicker to move around it, he does enough to stop the ball handler from driving and forces him into taking a tough step-back three. Here are some other pieces to think about when getting over the screen. Now let's look at switching on a ball screen. A team will typically choose to switch on a ball screen when there is little threat of a mismatch, or when the offense is good at driving, in which case the defenders would switch under the screen and protect the paint. Let's see what this looks like. As the highlighted player advances forward, we can see a ball screen being set. When the ball handler moves to his left, what we will see is two defenders quickly switching assignments, communicating and also giving each other a quick tap to execute the switch efficiently, at no moment leaving an opening for either the ball handler or the screener. Here are some other pieces to think about when switching on the ball screen. Now let's look at icing the ball screen. A team will choose to ice a ball screen when the ball handler is especially talented, keeping the player on one side of the floor, forcing them to the baseline, and preventing them from driving into the lane. Let's see what this looks like. As the highlighted ball handler calls for a screen, we can see that the on-ball defender has moved forward and to his right, forcing the ball handler towards the sideline and really stopping him from being able to use the screen at all. Continuing for a moment, we can see that although he is beat initially, the screener's defender here has taken a good low position, which is what you want to do with an ice. Find the on-ball defender just enough time to recover back and force the ball handler into taking a contested jumper. When icing a screen, here are some things to think about. Now let's look at hedging a ball screen. A team will hedge a ball screen in order to prevent dribbling penetration, disrupt the rhythm of the ball handler, or discourage a pick and roll. Let's see what this looks like. We can see the highlighted player for the blue team making a pass, and then moving in to set a ball screen. In a soft hedge, the screener's defender would jump up just about even with the screener to disrupt the ball handler until the on-ball defender could fight above the screen, before quickly dropping back to his assignment. In a hard hedge, the defender would slide further out to apply intense pressure on the ball handler, and then sprint back to his assignment. We will look more into a hard versus soft hedge in the Hedging a Ball Screen module. We can see the player does a good job of bouncing the ball handler back a step, but is caught a bit between a hard hedge and a soft hedge, not applying real pressure on the ball handler, but still jumping out enough to leave his assignment, the screener, with enough space to receive a pass. The player does at least sprint back to his assignment, and with the support of some good help side rotation, recovers enough to force a kick out to the corner. When hedging a screen, here are some additional things to think about. Let's finish up with a trap. In a trap, the on-ball defender will force the ball handler to use the screen, and the screener's defender will jump into the path of the ball handler, both applying intense pressure on the ball handler to create a turnover. Let's see what this looks like. As the ball handler moves to his right and the screen is set, we can see the on-ball defender doing a good job of forcing the ball handler to use the screen. We will then see the screener's defender here aggressively moving above it and forcing the ball handler backwards. We can see that this also brings a third defender, the potential backcourt violation, into the equation. By fully committing to the trap and being relentless in their pressure, the ball handler is now in a very difficult position to get out of. When trapping on a ball screen, here are some things to think about. You can move on to the next section when you're ready.